Hello and welcome to Western Motors, Ireland's premium Volkswagen dealer. We're here today to look at this 2025 Volkswagen Tayron. This is the 2-litre TDI version of the car. We get 150 brake horsepower, we get the 7-speed DSG gearbox, but also this car is the 7-seat version of it. It's the R-Line, it's the Edition 75. It's a very, very well-spec car. Starting on the outside, we'll have a quick look around because this is the R-Line. We get the R-Line specific bumper, we get the IQ lights, we have the full LED bar with illuminating badge on it. We get these gorgeous diamond cut alloy wheels on the car. They're 19-inch. We get the R-Line badging, we get these fine big mirrors. It's a really good looking car, if nothing else at all. So into the cab of the Tayron, and straight away, on account of the age of the car and the mileage and that kind of stuff, 6,000 kilometers, it's brand new. And it feels brand new and it looks brand new, and there's no sign of any wear whatsoever in this car. But on top of that, the actual layout and design in the car is gorgeous. It really, really is. Everything you sort of see or touch is just super high quality stuff. It's all leather lined, it's got stitches through it. The ambient lighting in the car is phenomenal too, it's gorgeous. The spec on it too is it's very impressive now. So we'll start on that. We get a HUD display, as in a head-up display, but they're impossible to film in this location with the type of lighting and stuff we use. But it's there, believe me, and it works. Then onto the steering wheel. We get the full R-Line steering wheel, and this is exactly the same as a Volkswagen Golf R steering wheel, because I was in one last week, or 2 weeks ago, for a full week. We got the R badge. It's a heated steering wheel. It's a multi-function steering wheel. On this side, we control the gauge binnacle over here. On this side here, we have our cruise control and our radar cruise control on top of that. Down here, we get another really nice touch. We get a wireless phone charging pad with USB-C connectors, but we slide our phone in, move the top part down. We can still use it without scratching your phone or moving your phone out of position on the folder. You still get usable space here. Then, of course, we get these absolutely phenomenal R-Line seats. They're high-backed, they're bucket seats, but they're not pinchy, even for a larger gent like myself, which can be the case in some bucket seats. They're made for smaller people. Not happening here. They're just the right amount of sort of, what's the word for it? They're the right amount of cosseting without being pinchy. You know, they're a really nice thing. They're heated seats too, but they're also they also have a massage function on them on top of everything else. So they're really, really unbelievably well spec car. Then onto the big plinth screen here, and it's over 10 inches now as it sits there. It's super fast to react. It has all of Volkswagen's inbuilt systems on it. It's got, you know, you can add apps to get web connectivity and all that kind of stuff, but it has the important stuff too. We've wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, reverse cam, 360 park sensors. Everything's here on it. And then on top of all that, we get this full panoramic roof that both opens and we can close a blind across it to just keep the light out if we don't want it there like that. Anyway, from here, let's check out the middle row of seats. So into the back of the Tayron, and I've left this seat in a weird position. I always do this on purpose because I want to show how large it is. This seat is further back for angles when we're shooting and filming. But if I turn around and just sit in, now this is concave too, I have about 3.5 inches of knee room still. My feet go out under the seat absolutely perfectly, to the point that it's not comfortable on my knee. I don't want it out like this. So there's plenty of room in here. And with the big pan roof, I've over a fist's worth of headroom above me. We get blinds for the kids. We get USB-C ports down here. We get our own climate control. We get heated seats in the back of this one. We get ISOFIX on both extremes. We get a third ISOFIX on the front. It's a really practical car. But we have to talk about the rear seats. The rear seats, these seats here can slide. And with the kind of room we have, if my seat was in its real position, I'd probably have 5 inches. So these can go forward 2 inches easily. An adult is going to fit in there quite easily. Now, I'm not going to get in there myself because I have a bad hip from my rugby days and that would spoil my afternoon. But I can assure you, if I absolutely needed to get in there on a miserable night, I would find my way in there. So moving around to the back of the Tayron, and of course we get an electric tailgate on this car. At this price point, you'd expect it, but it starts to make a really strong case for itself just right here. With our third row of seats up, we still maintain a 340 litre usable boot space. That's 10 litres shy of a Volkswagen Polo, to give you scope. However, We can fold them down extremely easily and they just slot down flat into the floor. With them down, we're up to 840 litres of space here. So big dogs, anything's fitting in here. Fold the centre row down, however, and you're up over 2,000 litres of usable boot space. And at that stage, you're competing with van. So out driving the Tayron, and the initial impression is just this phenomenal view out over the road. It's absolutely excellent. Your seating position is perfect almost in the car. It's a physically big car, there's no doubt. It's not madly wide, but it is long. But they've done smart things on it here. You can really clearly see the edge of the bonnet on both sides. There's like these little humps they put in on the extremes of the bonnet to allow you to see out. And that's a really nice touch. Then the mirrors are much bigger than you're expecting them to be. They style them in such a way that they don't look huge, and they probably aren't. They're probably arced on the outside. I'll have to look closer, but the actual mirror glass you get is really, really big. And it allows you to see the sides of the car really clearly. So it makes it very easy to park. When we put that on top of the reverse camera and the park sensors and all that kind of stuff, it makes a really easy car to sort of live with, even in town. Like where I moved this car out of is an underground parking spot and it's really tight and all that stuff. No issues at all, because you just feel like you can see everything. The next thing we talk about is the actual ride quality as you go down the road. It's absolutely fantastic. It really, really is. It's just ironing out bumps perfectly, and it's doing that on account of its length. The long wheelbase in a car irons out bumps because generally both axles are not affected by the same bump at the same time, and that's what makes cars feel bouncy and hoppy. So it really just drives along absolutely perfectly. But you can put it into a corner and it clings on really well without wallowing. So it's managing to find that absolutely perfectly sweet spot, and Volkswagen and the VAG group more generally are the masters of that. Even in their fast cars, they're not overly stiff and they're never soft enough to make someone puke in the back. That used to be a problem I had with my eldest child. She was a car sick puker if the car was too stiff, and when I was young the cars were probably too stiff. Anyway, the other thing about it then is the engine and gearbox combo. The 150 brake horsepower TDI out the front and the 7-speed DSG is just perfect. This engine makes significantly more torque than it does horsepower, and it really should be graded on that front. So with the absolute wall of torque and this super clever gearbox, it just makes it the perfect combo. You put your foot down and away it goes. It'll just pull like a train. No problems at all. It's always got the right gear picked and ready for what you want from it, for performance, but it also does it for economy. So you can just plod around in these urban or suburban areas absolutely perfectly in it, no problems at all. But then it'll be mega comfy, filling it with fuel and driving from the bottom of the country to the top, turning around and doing it all again. It's a really, really nice car. The car too, also at this stage of its life, we've still got over 2 years of Volkswagen warranty. It's in the used approved program, so that adds on top of that. When the car comes out for sale, it's going to be prepped to Volkswagen's own internal standards, because this warranty is a Volkswagen network warranty, so it has to be up to the standard so it can go into anywhere. So if you do choose to drive to Kerry and God forbid you have a problem, you can just bring it in locally and it's repaired. Really, really nice car. Good package, good combo, good everything. Anyway, that's enough from me. What we'll do from here is we'll head back to Western Motors and I'll introduce you to one of the Volkswagen brand ambassadors there.
My name is Stuart Hitchcock. I'm Volkswagen car sales executive here at Western Motors. Volkswagens are super cool. There's a wide variety of models for everyone. We also have a fantastic aftercare then as well. Customers choose Western Motors because it's a family-run business with specifically trained staff to understand and listen to the customer. We also have a top quality after-sales care to ensure customer loyalty.